Just one
Yeah.
second, and it's live right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Dear IEEE members, we have the pleasure to welcome you to the first episode of IEEE Region 8 SAC podcast. So, we have with you Sahar, Youssef, and Cybele,
Cybele Ghanem.
And I'm
and
Antonio.
together we'll be hosting together this podcast. We hope you will enjoy it. So, first of all, this podcast aims to spotlight outstanding IEEE members, engineers, and innovators within Region 8. This podcast features inspiring stories of award winning professionals, leaders of groundbreaking projects, and successful entrepreneurs. By sharing their journeys, challenges, and achievements, the podcast serves as a valuable resource for aspiring engineers and IEEE members, motivating them to excel in their careers and contribute to the engineering community. So, for our first session of the IEEE Region 8 SAC podcast, we choose to focus on a specific topic, which is IEEE Day, celebrating the first time in history when engineers worldwide gathered to share their technical ideas in 1884 and the global community of engineers and innovators that make IEEE.
We are honored to be in the presence of our distinguished guest, IEEE MGA Vice President-elect Antonio Luque, who will share insights on the importance of IEEE Day and how it brings together professionals worldwide to collaborate and celebrate advances in technology. We will also explore IEEE's vision for the future, ongoing initiatives, and the role of members in driving innovation and shaping the future of engineering. So Antonio Luque was born in 1976. He received his Master's of Science and PhD degrees in electrical engineering from the University of Seville in Spain in 2000 and 2005 respectively. He currently holds the position of Associate Professor in the Department of Electronics Engineering, University of Seville. He has authored 20 journal papers, 40 conference papers, 3 book chapters, and a textbook, in addition to supervising 2 PhD students. He has been invited researcher and teacher at the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology Lausanne in Switzerland, Auburn University in the US, Delft University of Technology in the Netherlands, Jade University in Germany, Harbin University of Technology in China, and Tech Institute of Monterrey in Mexico. In IEEE, he is serving as Vice President-elect for MGA, and is a member of the IEEE conferences and IEEE governance committees, as well as Vice President of IEEE Industrial Electronics Society, among other positions. Antonio, it is our pleasure to host you today.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
it's
It's
our
my pleasure.
pleasure to have you, Mr. Antonio. Mr. Antonio, as you know, some of our audience members don't know so much about IEEE Day. So, our first question, can you tell us about the origins of IEEE Day and its significance to the global engineering community?
Sure. First of all, let me say that I'm really grateful and honored to be here. It's always a pleasure to be with you, to be with the students in the region, but it's even more knowing that this is the first time that you are hosting this podcast. So I'm really humbled by this and happy to share some time with everyone attending. Now to your point, IEEE Day, you already mentioned, we are trying to commemorate the origins of the organization. Probably you are aware that this year we are celebrating our 140th anniversary since
Yes,
the inception of
yes, that's
IEEE.
great.
Yes, at that time it was called with different name, but this organization came to be what IEEE is today, right? So that was 140 years ago. And it all started with the desire of some people to network together, to understand better what others were doing, to share knowledge and gain more information and knowledge about, at that time, what was called electrical engineering. Now we have evolved to cover all branches of technology. And I believe that this desire still holds today, right? It's very important for everyone to be able to listen to others, to learn from them, and also to share their knowledge and meet the new people, right? So that's why 15 years ago, the IEEE Day was established, trying to commemorate, to celebrate these origins that happened in the United States 140 years ago. But I will say that this is not just to, to look at the past. I will say that IEEE Day is one excuse, if you want, right? An excuse to think about our common successes, about the things that we want to do together, about the future of the organization, so that at least once per year we get together, all of us, trying to celebrate all around the world all these things. So if you ask me, I would say that IEEE Day is the excuse to be together, celebrating what technology is today and what technology can achieve in the future.
Yes, I totally agree with what you said. Actually, I want to know more about your thoughts. How do you think like IEEE Day can bring together engineers to share the ideas and foster innovation? Like you said that they are coming together, it's their excuse to do this. But what like special activities or specific things you think in IEEE Day are unique and are the very special way that can bring people together for this purpose?
Sure. So I'm sure that everybody knows that Cybele is the leader of the IEEE Day organizing team this year, and that's really great. And you have done a wonderful job, in my
Thank
opinion.
you.
So congratulations for that. Of course, anything is welcome. You know this. Anything is welcome as an activity in IEEE Day, right? From workshops to seminars, things online or in person. I would say everything is welcome. But in my opinion, we should use this day especially, or the dates around this day especially, to show the link between the professional career and the student years at college or university. This is very important step in everyone's life. And I think this is where IEEE really excels in bringing these two parts of the life, these two worlds together, right? When you are finishing your university degree, when you are getting your degree at the end, a new world starts. And this is where the possibilities of networking, of meeting new people, of gaining new knowledge that sometimes is not done through traditional education, and IEEE can provide. So all the type of activities, events that link together these two steps in life, I think these are the most appropriate for IEEE Day, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. So right now, Mr. Antonio, we want to ask something personal about your personal connection. We want to know, could you share with us a moment from your career that shows the spirit of IEEE Day, like the collaboration, the innovation, and the sense of community?
Okay, so maybe I will share a personal experience. It's not related to IEEE Day. I mean, it didn't happen in these particular dates, but I believe it left a mark of what IEEE can mean to me, and it will happen on any IEEE Day. So, like many years ago, I organized a IEEE conference. That was the first time that I was the leading organizer of conference, and I think it was successful, right? So everybody enjoyed the conference, and so for that, I was lucky enough to have like a wonderful team of student volunteers. They helped a lot in the conference. They were there day and night, I have to say, helping others, helping the attendees, supporting the conference, audio, video, all these type of things that happen in the conference, and there are always problems, and so these students were wonderful, really wonderful. So at the end of the conference, we decided, okay, it's been 3 exhausting days. We are really, really tired about this, but these people deserve some fun and some recognition, right? So we organized party, especially for these students after the conference, right? So the evening after the conference, we rented a room with music and drinks and all these type of things, right? So everybody was having a good
Yeah.
time. And I was really exhausted after the conference. So even I was having a good time, right? But I was more sitting than dancing, I have to say, right? Most of the other
Yeah,
people
that's
were more dancing, and that's fine. But I was a bit tired. So at some point, one of these students came to me and said, "Oh, you look tired and we can have some fun, these things, right?" And he also told me, "Look at all these people who are really enjoying. They're having a wonderful time. They made new friends. They enjoyed. They learned a lot, and this was." In big part because of the work of volunteers in IEEE, like all of us, and everybody had a good time because of us. So
that's
even
true.
after all the exhausting days and the tiredness and everything and so much work, that was very rewarding to me, because you do things, you create programs, you create activities that make other people enjoy and make other people feel happy and have a good time related to technology and related to the good things that we do for humanity. So that was, for me, it was one of the best memories that I have from my IEEE volunteering. That was in March, not
Yes,
around
yes,
IEEE Day, but still, I think still holds.
Yeah, of
yes,
course.
that's amazing. Because this thing makes you proud, even if you're exhausted, it's gonna be make you feel very proud.
Right. So you can be proud of many things, in my opinion, of course, but being proud of, of making others happy is probably one of the best ways of being proud.
Yeah, one of the best
Yeah.
feelings, I guess.
I agree.
So now, thank you for sharing your experience, particularly in IEEE and the spirit of IEEE Day. Now, I have another question. It's more about what do you think are the biggest challenges that we are currently facing in the engineering and technology sectors, and how us as IEEE members, as youth in IEEE, especially young engineers, young students, how can we contribute in a way that we can overcome these challenges?
So you mean not challenges for IEEE as an organization, but challenges in the world in
Yeah,
general related to technology?
exactly.
Okay. So I believe that many people will agree with me if I say that our biggest challenges in the coming years will be related to artificial intelligence. This is what, everybody is talking about, how we
Yeah.
can, yeah, how we can develop better platforms or better tools or systems that are intelligent in some way, right? But especially can we make sure that all these things are used for the good and not for the evil, right? This is a big challenge. Typically, technology is not good or bad, right? Or not good or evil, right? It's just a tool that you can use. But I believe that we, technologists, engineers, software developers, everybody who is involved in the development of all these things, I believe that we have some responsibility in what is done with these tools that we create. Of course, we cannot be responsible for everything that is out there, right? For everything that somebody does, but we have some. As we know the tools and we know what is there, we should be part of the, let's say, of the development of good solutions, of good things to do with these tools. That's my opinion. And we need to make sure that these tools are used for the good things. So we need also to create our own regulations or guidelines or best practices, whatever you want to call them, to make sure that these artificial intelligence platforms are used for a good thing. That that today we can create fake videos and voices and everything, to deceive people, to spread lies, and that's not good. And even worse, someday could this artificial intelligence can be used for even worse things, right? They are now being used for weapons and all these type of things. So we need to make sure that this powerful tool, it's really powerful, um, has some limitations, have some borderlines that we will never cross, so that we make sure that they are always used for the good. I believe this is our biggest challenge. Of course, there are other things out there like dependency on technology, making sure that there is free information among borders, which is under threat these days as well. There are many challenges that we need to overcome as a community, and I would say these are probably the most important. I don't know if you agree with me.
Yeah, I actually agree with you
Yeah,
about the AI. So basically, I know that IEEE is working a lot on AI, on standards, also for AI, and also maybe specific courses later on, something to help the general public, because a lot of people, they maybe don't know how to ethically use AI. And as you said, it can be either used for good or for bad. So it depends on how you use it. So yeah, it's really good to hear about your thoughts, and I really think it's an opportunity even for everyone, for every young person can get involved even in driving these solutions.
Of course, there are so many points of view and so many things there. It's not easy at all, and that's why everybody can contribute from different angles, right? From different points of view. I agree with that.
yeah,
And
Great.
that's true.
there's also one thing that you mentioned, this being able to be, how to say, like a central point, a neutral point, because we don't have any political interest or anything like this. We can be a neutral arena where different players who have legitimate commercial interests or political even can get together and try to agree on some things. We can provide this clear place where they can meet and create what we call standards. There are ways that everybody can communicate to each other and make sure that we can work together even if we have competing interests, which is fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. So right now, Mr. Antonio, we want to know something about your vision for IEEE and some new initiatives. So, as you are currently serving as the Vice President elected for IEEE MGA, what do you think are some key IEEE initiatives that are shaping the future of technology and innovation?
Yeah, so I mentioned this one about artificial intelligence, about how to standardize. I think this is really important. We are doing things about climate change, which is probably the other big challenge that we have as a society, right? We all know that climate change is for real. It's already here. It's already happening. It's nothing about the future. It's here, and if we don't take significant measures to counter it,
That's true.
it will have a big impact in our lives, probably for bad, right? This we know that it will be for bad. There is no question about that. And I don't personally think that technology will be the only solution for that. That we can solve climate change just by using better technology or cleaner technology. That will not be enough, but it's something that we really need. So technology will be part of the solution, that's for sure. Probably it's not completely on our hands,
Yeah,
but we will be part of the solution.
yes,
I believe that we have this responsibility of creating better technologies, improving what we have, making sure that every time we do things in our jobs, in our daily lives, we have this mitigation of climate change present.
yeah,
We can adapt everything to that. And there are a lot of people, good people working on that. We are creating forums to exchange ideas. We are creating a new journal to share the knowledge about this, to where people can publish the results. We are creating several conferences, standards around that. There's a lot of activity in IEEE around climate change, the other big challenge that we have. So I would say that
yes.
this will be one of
That's
the highlights. There is a young professional task force on climate change, and that's especially devoted for younger people who are the ones who will be most affected by climate change, right? Because they have a long life ahead of them, and it's very important that
yes.
we that they are able also to contribute to the solution because they will be affected.
Yes, that's true. So right now our question is gonna focus it especially on IEEE Region 8 student members. So how do you see the Region 8 and its members, especially the students, playing a role in all of this, in this IEEE's vision of for the future of engineering?
So that's a good question. So one thing that happens with the students is that they will not be students forever, right? Nobody's a student forever,
Yeah,
right? So sooner or later, it depends whether they pursue master or PhD or whatever, or they don't. But at some point, they will no longer be students, and they will be part of the professional workforce. They will be part of the profession. So that means that it's important that students participate, but always with the having in mind that there will be something after that, and I think that's even more important, right? Um, so it's good that how to say a student get some skills by participating, for example, in IEEE activities. IEEE can provide a lot of skills that are not typically acquired in college. Soft skills, leadership, all these type of things,
yeah,
right? But I believe it's even more important to be prepared when you finish the degree, when you get out of college, university, and you enter the professional life. That's where IEEE really can help, in my opinion. This is what it really matters, because that will be the rest of your life, and this is where you really need to contribute. So I would say the most important things about the students is that there will be a point where they are no longer students, and this is where real life starts, and this is where all these contributions can be brought to life in a most successful way.
yeah, that's
Yes.
true.
Actually, I want to highlight one thing that you mentioned, and it's really important to start early in IEEE. So, as you said, students being involved, attending events, I know that personally, I started early. I started as a student in my student branch, and then look at all of the past 8 years. It's been 8 years for me in IEEE, and I've done a lot of things that I truly benefited from because I was a student when I started in IEEE. It made me really look at the world in a very different view.
Wow.
So I really agree with what you said, and I have a follow up question that is, I think, related to your answer, completely related to that. So we talked a lot about students, about IEEE, about all the opportunities that IEEE provide and IEEE Day and all of this. So I want to know, and maybe everyone who is listening to us today, all of the students who are listening, maybe they would like to take some advice from you. One final advice about their careers, and also how can IEEE help in their careers particularly.
Okay, yeah. First advice, I think I just said. First advice to students is you are not a student forever. So think about the future. You don't have to, to worry or not sleep or anything about that, right? Yes, be relaxed, enjoy your student years because they are really important in your life. But there is something else, right? Something after that. And when that happens, it's good that you are prepared, but no matter what, you will never be completely prepared. That's why it's really important to have some support, something that accompanies you throughout your entire professional life, to have some kind of professional home. This is what we like to say about IEEE, right? Being your professional home. Because in life, there will be a lot of changes, for good or for bad, hopefully for good, right? But there will be changes. And it's good to have something that you can rely on throughout all these changes, something that you can count that will be there. These professional organizations are for there, for that reason, right? So that you can count on that. So when these changes happen, you can always come back to your professional organization, to your professional home, and find new ways of adapting to the change, right? And that will be one message. Another message, in my opinion, will be, because of change happens, you shouldn't be afraid of that, right? It will happen even if you don't want to, right? There's no way you can avoid that. Change will happen, so be prepared for that, be ready, and adapt to it as much as possible. That also means that some or many of the decisions that you will make when you start your professional life, you will have to decide whether to move or not, whether to take this job or not, or that job, or going to this interview, or going in this direction or that direction. Even if these things are important, they are not really transcendental. They are not really the most important thing, because things will change in the future. So don't be too concerned about making the wrong decision, because it's really very difficult to make really wrong decisions. Even you can make decisions, and some way or another, there will be more changes, and you will have more opportunities to change the decision, even if it was not the best. So my advice would be, don't concern too much, don't worry too much about these decisions. Do whatever you think is best, and be sure that there will be more opportunities to improve in the future. So be optimistic about that, about change.
Yeah, that's true. So as we are going closer to the end of our session today, and as we celebrate IEEE Day, I want just to tell us, what message would you like to give to the global IEEE community right now, and not only students, about the future of IEEE, of technology, of engineering? What are your message, Mr. Antonio?
Wow, that's a tough one. Just one message. You have I don't know, if I have to choose one message, it would be, yeah, we are around IEEE Day, which is something, as we started in this conversation, right? Something that originated back in the past, but it's looking at the future. So I believe that we are lucky to live in a time where technology is everywhere, right? And it's shaping, it's influencing most of the things around us. We live in a very technological society. And those of us who are technologists, engineers, computer scientists, everybody related to technology, can have a lot of influence in the society, because technology permeates everything, right? It's everywhere around us. So we can influence the society a lot in many different ways. That's it's at the same time a big power and a big responsibility, right? You have heard this before. So we have this power of shaping the society, and at the same time we have to take this active responsibility of doing that for the good of shaping the society using technology to improve people's lives, to improve our communities around us. That makes us very lucky, in my opinion. I'm very happy to have chosen this career of technology, and at the same time gives us this responsibility. So let's use this responsibility in the best way, and let's make sure that we use our power in the best possible way of that make sure that technology really helps people.
Yeah, that's true. So I want to conclude this session with you. Just if you could tell us what are the events or upcoming initiatives that should IEEE members look out for in the upcoming year, in the coming year.
Sure, we have many things going on, like always, and they are really exciting times. We have a great initiative which is called Catalyst, which will try to improve the way that we are serving our students when they graduate, when they are no longer students, as I said before, and they move
Mm,
to industry. So
that's
they leave
great.
academia and move to industry, and there are a lot of things coming on in this direction. So try to be in contact because we will be making announcements hopefully soon, and we plan to focus a lot on this type of things, right? Of course, there are many things happening in the climate change space, in the public policy space. As I said, we need to influence society, and we need to make technology part of the society. And for that, we need to communicate what technology really is and how it can help others. There are many things going on in artificial intelligence, as we mentioned. So I believe these are great times, exciting times for the future. So we will try to keep everybody informed of all the initiatives that, and I'm sure that they will be very well received by everyone because they are, I think, in my opinion, they are very good.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Antonio. It was a pleasure to have you with us today. And I leave the Sibet, leave the mic to Sibet.
Yes, thank you, Antonio. Thank you for this wonderful session, for all your amazing answers. I really feel that your answer conveyed the message of IEEE Day itself, which is about collaboration, about unity, about sharing ideas, about having like working together for a better future. You really, everything you said, everything you mentioned, I really hope that it will help everyone to be part of this great future that IEEE has been. IEEE has started like 140 years ago, so IEEE
Mhm.
has been working on this for a very long time, and everyone, all the students here are the future of IEEE, and I hope that they will get your message and really benefit the most out of this. Thank you a lot for this
Thank you.
session.
I'm really happy that you agreed, and thank you for having me here. But especially thank you for the time you spend on IEEE, the effort that you make, the wonderful job that you and all the volunteers do. Thank you for that, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
So,
much.
to conclude, we are very pleased to have you with us to highlight the celebratory nature of IEEE Day and provide all the valuable insights for members and the organization's future leadership vision and opportunities for involvement. We also wish to thank all of the amazing participants who are listening to us right now, and they listened to the whole podcast, and I hope they learned a lot from everything that you said and all your messages. So we hope to see you in our next podcast, and we were happy to have you with us. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
all. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
Bye.
you. Goodbye.